I don't want to live anymore, but just as I stepped onto the rooftop, ready to jump, a line of text suddenly floated before my eyes. Like a comment from a video. Silly girl, don't jump. I'm you from 10 years in the future. The lottery numbers are 03, 19, 23, 29 plus 05. Go buy them now. You'll be rich tomorrow. I stood on the roof of the 33rd floor preparing to leap. My mom's scolding was still going on in the phone. In the phone. My mom's scolding continued. Lu Zhaoning, where the hell have you been? Your sister's piano competition is about to start. Get your ass back here and bring her dance shoes. If you mess up your sister's chance to win, I'll skin you alive. I looked at the remaining $23.50 in my account. That was my money for an earn. Mom, I'll give you back my life. We're even from now on. Just as I was about to hang up, the phone screen suddenly started flickering for no reason. The signal bars went up and down. Her angry voice became choppy and intermittent. I froze. This phone was an old model my dad left behind. Not advanced, but it had always been reliable. It had never done this before. Just as I lifted my foot to step over the railing, a line of translucent white text drifted past me, like a video comment, but it was projected directly onto my retina. Silly girl, don't jump. I'm you from 10 years in the future. My whole body stiffened. My toes hovered in the air. The wind blew my hair, blinding my eyes. Was it a hallucination? A delusion born from utter despair? Dense text started flooding my vision, taking over my entire sight. If you jump now, your mom will just use your death benefit to buy your sister a Hermes. She won't even buy you an urn. Don't die. Lottery numbers 03, 29 plus 05. Go buy them. You'll be rich tomorrow. Gu Rongrong isn't even Gu Guoyuan's daughter. Your mom's been played for a fool for 10 years, treating someone else's bastard child like a treasure. Zhaoning, put your phone on speaker. Let the whole internet hear this biased mom. I'll teach you how to crush the trash. The last one was a voice comment, choked with tears. Trembling like someone was sobbing. Live on. Please, live for me. I quickly pulled my foot back. The wind was strong, but I broke out in a cold sweat. The roaring in the earpiece continued. Lu Zhaoning, cat got your tongue? Say something. Get your ass to the theater now. If your sister doesn't have her shoes, don't bother coming home ever again. In the past, I would have panicked, running desperately to the theater, but now, looking at the barrage of comments, I suddenly found it utterly ridiculous. For the past 10 years, I've been spinning like a top around this family. Around Gu Rongrong, all I got in return was being taken for granted, squeezed dry, and ignored. Ignore her. Zhaoning, go buy the lottery ticket. It's at the convenience store downstairs. This is your ticket to turning your life around. Remember, don't ever let your mom know you have money. She'll sell you out to pave the way for that bastard child. Record it. Record what your mom just said to you. That'll be the hard evidence of her favoritism. I took a deep breath. Suppressing the sob in my throat, I swallowed the lump in my throat. Mom, I'll be back. My fingers quickly pressed the record button, saving every word of her ensuing rant. Smart move. You have half an hour. If you're even 1 minute late, I'll break your legs. She hung up. All I heard was the dial tone. I leaned against the railing, gasping for air. I survived, since I'm not even afraid of death. Why should I fear that family of vampires? I wiped the tears from my face. Suddenly I remembered 10 years ago, right after my father passed away. I also cried my heart out. Back then, my mom held me and cried like there was no tomorrow. She held my hand and said, Zhaoning, from now on it's just the two of us. Mom won't let anyone bully you. Back then her hands were warm and her eyes truly had a sparkle. But ever since Gu Guoyuan brought Gu Rongrong into this house, everything changed. Gu Guoyuan said he'd love me like his own daughter. I believed him. My mom believed him too. But the truth is, whatever toy Gu Rongrong wanted, I had to give it up. Whatever snack Gu Rongrong wanted, I couldn't touch it. Gu Rongrong learned piano and dance. They spared no expense. But when I wanted to buy a workbook, I was scolded for wasting money. In the winter of my sophomore year, I had a high fever. I lay in bed, dazed and groggy. I called out, Mom, but all I got was her impatient reply. Stop pretending. Rongrong has a dance class to go to. No time for you. In the end, the neighbor lady bought me fever medicine. I lay all night in a thin blanket. Meanwhile, my mom went with Gu Rongrong to buy a new dance dress. My determination to leave grew stronger. I turned and walked toward the stairwell. I left the apartment building. I headed straight for the lottery stand downstairs. I clutched the $23.50 in my hand, my palms sweating. This is the one. Quick. Must buy this set of numbers. 19, 13, 29 plus 05. Don't buy extra. Just one ticket, more would attract attention, easy to get into trouble. After buying, hide the ticket quickly, hide it in the phone case compartment. That's your only lifeline. The lottery stand owner was a middle-aged guy. He was looking down at his phone. When he saw me come in, he glanced up. He asked casually, "Young lady, what numbers? Quick pick or your own, my own?" 19. Blue ball 05. The boss skillfully operated the machine, printed the ticket and handed it to me. "Young lady, you don't look too well. Buying some hope, huh?" I took that thin piece of paper as if holding a lifeline. My fingertips were trembling. I whispered back, "Yeah, buying a life." I carefully folded the lottery ticket over and over and tucked it into the phone case compartment. I pressed it down firmly. Made sure it wouldn't fall out. This ticket will win 10 million. After taxes, that's over 8 million. After taxes, over 8 million. Account details. You must keep it safe. This is your only way out. My heart was pounding. 10 million, all my life. The most money I'd ever seen was the few thousand I earned from odd jobs, and in the end, it all went to the family, used to fund Gu Rongrong's art lessons. I clamped my hand over my mouth. I couldn't hold back my tears anymore. Big drops fell onto my phone screen. My heart was pounding wildly in my chest. Every beat was celebrating that I'm still alive. Don't cry. You deserve this. There's still a tough battle ahead. You've got to keep your spirits up. First, go to the theater and play along. Don't let them get suspicious. I roughly wiped my face, hailed a taxi, and gave the driver the address of the downtown theater. The taxi heater was blasting, but I still felt cold. I clutched my bag with my phone and lottery ticket like it was the whole world. The moment I got out, I saw my mom pacing anxiously at the theater entrance. She spotted me right away, and her face instantly filled with anger. She raised her hand and charged at me. "You little brat. You actually showed up. Do you know what time it is? Are you trying to ruin your sister?" The slap came with a whoosh, heading straight for my right cheek. Before, every time she lost her temper and hit me, I would just stand there dumbly and take it, but this time, a reminder from the bullet comments flashed. Dodge. Zhaoning, don't let her hit you. Grab her hand, fight back. Don't be scared. I instinctively turned my body slightly. My mom didn't expect me to dodge, and couldn't pull her punch in time. She stumbled a step, almost falling on the steps. After she steadied herself, her eyes went wide in disbelief. "Mom, this is a public place. If you want everyone to know that Gu Rongrong has a shrew for a mom, then go ahead and hit me." My mom's hand froze in midair. The parents and kids lining up to enter started whispering among themselves. What's wrong with this mother? Hitting her kid in public? Dressed to the nines, but such a hot temper. That poor girl looks pretty pitiful. She looks so pale. My mom cares too much about face. Hearing the murmurs around, her face flushed bright red, then went pale. She gritted her teeth, lowering her voice. "Lu Zhaoning, you're something. You've gotten brave. Just you wait, I'll deal with you when we get home. Where are the dancing shoes?" I handed over the bag I was holding with a blank expression. "Shoes are inside. If there's nothing else, I'm leaving." My mom snatched the bag, then suddenly remembered something. She frowned and asked me, "Right, what did you mean earlier on the phone about giving back your life? What does that mean?" My heart skipped a beat. I answered instinctively, "Nothing, you must have misheard." She gave me a suspicious look, but ultimately Gu Rongrong's competition was more important. She didn't press further, turned around and walked into the theater without a single word of concern. I watched her hurried back, and finally felt like I had come alive again. Just a week ago, I found out my college entrance exam score, 688. That was the result of countless all-nighters and working through exercise book after exercise book. I was guaranteed admission to Tsinghua University. My hands were shaking with excitement. I rushed home to tell her right away, but she just glanced at me while polishing Gu Rongrong's piano and said, "What's the use of a girl studying so much? In the end, you'll still get married. Let me tell you, there's no money at home to put you through school, so just drop the idea." I cried and begged her, "Mom, I can apply for a student loan. I'll work my way through school. I'll get a part-time job on weekends. I won't spend a penny of the family's money. A loan?" She scoffed, turned to look at me with pure mockery in her eyes. "Your sister's piano and dance lessons cost over $1,000 each session. That's way more than your lousy college. You're the older sister, so you should make way for your sister. You're not going to college." At that moment, all my hopes were shattered, so I walked up to the 33rd floor. Luckily, I'm still alive. On my phone screen, the comments started scrolling like crazy again. "Zhaoning, no one's home now. No one's home now. No one's home now. Unintelligible. 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 Gu Guoyuan, that hypocrite, went to a social engagement with your mom to coach you into the competition at a competition. Won't be back anytime soon. Your ID and admission letter are hidden by your old leather suitcase on top of the master bedroom wardrobe. Quick, Go. Don't waste time. Unintelligible. Your ID and admission letter are hidden by your mom in the old leather suitcase on top of the master bedroom wardrobe. Unintelligible. Unintelligible. Your ID and admission letter are hidden by your mom in the old leather suitcase on top of the master bedroom wardrobe. A few days ago, I specifically asked the mailman. He said the letter hadn't arrived yet. I thought I was just too anxious, but it turns out Mom had hidden it all along. She's dead set on not letting me go to college. She wants to trap me in that house. Your ID and admission letter are hidden by your mom in the old leather suitcase on top of the master bedroom wardrobe. I took a deep breath, turned and dashed to the roadside, hailed a taxi. Driver, to Jingyuan residential area. Step on it. Thank you. Sitting in the car, my hands wouldn't stop trembling. My phone buzzed. A bright red comment popped up. Unintelligible. Don't cry. Tears are the most useless thing. Save your strength. We've still got a lot to fight. I wiped my face. My face was dry, no tears, after what I'd just been through, life and death. After my mother's coldness, I couldn't cry anymore. The scenery outside the window flew backwards, like the unbearable past 10 years of my life. I thought of when my father had just passed. I was only 8. I held my father's portrait and cried for 3 days and nights. Mom stayed with me the whole time, told me stories, rocked me to sleep. But since Gu Guoyuan showed up, she changed like a different person. Her eyes only saw Gu Guoyuan and Gu Rongrong. I never mattered to her again. I still remember when Gu Rongrong first came to our house, she grabbed my teddy bear and threw it on the ground, stomping it flat. I cried and told Mom. But Mom pulled me aside and said, Rongrong is your little sister, you should make way for her. Later, Gu Rongrong falsely accused me of stealing her allowance. Gu Guoyuan yelled at me without even checking the facts. This decade of favoritism and neglect taught me one thing. In this family, the stepdaughter is Mom's family. Only I am the outsider. The taxi soon arrived at Jingyuan residential area. I paid and jogged into the building. A few of the motion sensor lights in the hallway were broken, flickering on and off. A musty smell hung in the air. I ran up to the second floor in one breath. Pulled out the key and opened the door. The house was empty as expected. I headed straight for the master bedroom, following the comment's instructions. I fetched a chair, stood on it to reach the old leather suitcase on top of the wardrobe. It was the suitcase my father left behind. The brown leather was a bit worn, still had the stickers my father put on it, my favorite cartoon characters from when I was little. Seeing that sticker, my nose stung. I gently traced it with my fingertip. It was like I could still feel my father's warmth. I opened the suitcase. It was full of old clothes belonging to Mom and Gu Guoyuan. I searched through the lining, soon felt a hard cardboard envelope. I pulled it out and looked. It was the admission letter from Jinghua University, red cover, gold embossed school name. Dazzling and glaring. I opened the envelope with trembling hands. Inside, the letter had my name printed on it. My photo showed me smiling, young and naive. My eyes were full of hope for the future. This was something I earned with countless days and nights of hard work. It was my only chance to change my fate, but it was almost destroyed by my own mother. Under the envelope, my ID card and household registration book were also there. If you can't take the book, tear out that page. No, better to take the whole book. Better to take the whole book to be safe. It'll be convenient for future procedures. I shoved the acceptance letter, ID card and household registration book into the innermost pocket of my backpack, then wrapped them in clothes to make sure they wouldn't get damaged. After doing all that, I packed up my suitcase, put it back the way it was, and placed it on top of the cabinet. Then I moved the chair back to its original position, leaving no trace behind. Right after I finished, I heard the sound of a key turning in the door. My heart instantly jumped into my throat. Every drop of blood in my body froze. Don't panic, they're back. Just pretend you came out of the bathroom. Quick, they're back. Pretend you just came out of the bathroom. Quick. I didn't have time to think. I rushed into the bathroom. 5. Pressed the flush. Oh, water flow. Whoosh, the sound covered my rapid breathing. I looked in the mirror. Saw my pale face and red eyes, took a deep breath trying to make myself look calmer, then I gently pushed the door open and walked out. Oh, I'm exhausted. Is that judge blind? They only gave Rongrong second place? Clearly my Rongrong danced the best. Then Gu Rongrong and Gu Guoyuan also walked in. Gu Rongrong was wearing a beautiful dance dress with makeup on her face. Seeing me standing in the living room, she rolled her eyes dramatically. Mom, look at sis. Standing there like a wooden post, freaking me out. How dare you still be home? Taking forever to deliver shoes and messing up Rongrong's focus so she only got second place. You're a jinx. If it weren't for you, Rongrong would definitely be first. Gu Guoyuan, seeing this, immediately put on a peacemaker face, patted my mom on the shoulder, then turned to me. Alright, the kid didn't mean it. Zhaoning, go apologize to your sister and we'll let it go. That's Gu Guoyuan for you, always playing the good guy. Always smoothing things over, yet always pushing me into the fire. He knows it's not my fault but still makes me apologize. Makes me apologize to Gu Rongrong, who took everything from me. Why should I apologize first? Hold it in. The moment after dinner you'll be free. Don't worry about the new clothes. Don't provoke them. Let them let their guard down. Once you get the money and documents. Once you get the money and documents. I bit my tongue hard, tasting a faint hint of blood. The pain instantly calmed me down. I'm sorry. Pour me a glass of water. What are you standing there for? Go cook dinner. Can't you see your dad and sister are hungry? I didn't argue. I turned and walked into the kitchen. The kitchen was tiny, dimly lit, with leftover snack wrappers from Gu Rong Rong piled in the corner. I tied on an apron and started washing rice and cooking, looking at the grains in the pot. I remembered when I was little, my dad would always cook something delicious for me. His braised pork was the best thing I've ever eaten in my life, but ever since Dad left, I've never had braised pork like that again. Instead, every day I cooked Gu Rong Rong's favorite dishes. Dinner was ready soon. During the meal, my mom seemed to remember something. She looked at me and spoke. Xiaoning, you've graduated high school. Neighbor Wang says the electronics factory is hiring. Free meals and lodging, 3,500 a month. Go check it out tomorrow. My chopsticks froze midair, though I knew she wouldn't let me go to college all along. Hearing it with my own ears, my heart still felt like it was pierced by an ice pick. It was ice cold. Mom, I want to go to college. College? What college? Where's the money in this family to send you to college? Rong Rong's piano lessons, dance lessons, none of them are free. A single lesson costs over 1,000 yuan. And later she'll need to get various certifications. There are plenty of expenses. You're 18 already. It's time to earn money for the family. With my grades, I could get into a top-tier university. Top tier my ass. What's the point of a girl reading so many books? In the end, you'll just get married anyway. Let me tell you, your admission letter hasn't even come. That means you didn't get in at all. Stop daydreaming. Give up now. Go work at the electronics factory tomorrow. Gu Guoyuan let out a slow, fake sigh beside me. He put down his chopsticks, looked at me and said, Zhaoning, it's not that Dad doesn't want to support you, but the family expenses are just too much. Look, your sister is at an age where she needs money. Studying art is expensive. As the older sister, you need to be sensible. Think about the family. Sensible. These two words have weighed me down for 10 whole years. Ever since Gu Rong Rong came along, I had to sensibly give her my toys, sensibly save the good food for her, sensibly endure their neglect and favoritism. But what did I get? I got denied the chance to go to college. I got forced to work at the factory. I looked at the two faces in front of me, familiar yet strange, and suddenly smiled. Okay, I'll go to the factory tomorrow and check it out. My mom and Gu Guoyuan exchanged a glance. Seemingly surprised I gave in so quickly. Satisfied smiles spread across their faces. That's right, that's more like it. Eat more. You'll need the energy to work. Looking at that greasy piece of fat? My stomach churned. I lost my appetite completely. I put down my chopsticks. I'm full. I'm going back to my room. Back in my bedroom, I locked the door behind me. Leaning against the door, I let out a long sigh. The room was tiny. Just a bed, a wardrobe, and a desk. The desk was piled with my textbooks and exercise books. It was my only spiritual comfort. I took out my phone and looked at the comments on the screen. Zhaoning, well done. Endure for a moment and the storm passes. Don't sleep too soundly tonight. Watch out, your mom might come through your stuff in the middle of the night. Keep the lottery ticket and documents close to you. Make sure they don't find them. I hugged my backpack to my chest, pressing it tightly against my heart. It held everything I had. A lottery ticket, an admission letter, a national ID card, a household registration booklet, People's Republic of... This was all my hope of escaping this family. Night fell. I lay in bed staring at the ceiling with my eyes wide open. The room was very quiet. All I could hear was the occasional car horn from outside. I thought of my dad. He was a simple, honest worker, a lifetime of hard work. Never got to enjoy anything. The day he passed, he held my hand and said with a faint voice, Ning Ning, study hard. Only through education can you make a way out, escape this place, and live the life you want. I listened to you. I got into the top university. I'm leaving this place. Tears slipped down the corners of my eyes, blowing into my ears. Cool. Suddenly, the doorknob turned slightly, making a click sound. My whole body tensed up. I held my breath. My mom's voice came from outside the door, lowered. Locked. Goddamn girl, who's she hiding from? Is she trying to hide something?
Enough, go to sleep. Gu Guoyuan's voice sounded impatient. She's going to the factory tomorrow. It's not like she can run off. I just don't trust her. She might be hiding some money. You know, she's been working for months. She must have saved some.
Her pockets are cleaner than her face. What money could she have? Just go to sleep. I have a business dinner tomorrow. Footsteps faded away. I let out a long breath. My back was soaked in cold sweat. That was close. If she'd found my household register and admission letter, I'd never get out of here in this lifetime. I wiped my tears messily, got up quietly, using the dim light from my phone screen, and started packing. I don't have anything valuable. Just a few changes of underwear. And 2 decent outfits. Everything else? I don't want anymore. I put my backpack on my chest, hugging it tight. I checked the time. 3 in the morning, time to leave. I walked to the door. My hand on the doorknob and turned it gently. But the knob didn't move. They'd locked the main door from outside with a key. My heart sank. To stop me from running away, my mom had actually gone this far. The key is in their bedroom. To get the key, I'd have to walk into a den of tigers. Too dangerous. Don't panic. Look at the window. 2nd floor. You can climb down. Your home is in an old neighborhood. The balcony doesn't have security bars. Climb down the drain pipe. It's safe. I live on the 2nd floor. The balcony doesn't have security bars. I rushed to the balcony, looked down, and saw the community greenbelt below. There were a few osmanthus trees, not that high, but jumping would still hurt. Down the drain pipe, it's cast iron, typical in old neighborhoods. Very sturdy, it can hold your weight. Zhaoning, don't be scared. You're not afraid of death, so why be afraid of climbing a pipe? Climb down and you'll be free. I gritted my teeth. Lu Zhaoning, you're not afraid of death, so why be afraid of climbing a pipe? I climbed over the balcony railing, carefully stepping onto the air conditioner unit. The unit wobbled a bit. I slowly reached out, grabbing the cast iron drain pipe on the wall. The pipe was rusty, a bit slippery. I groped for a foothold with my foot. My heart was pounding wildly in my chest, so loud I was afraid it would wake the neighbors upstairs. 1 step, 2 steps. I slowly moved down. Every step was incredibly difficult. Suddenly my foot slipped, my body jerked in the air. I instinctively hugged the pipe. My arms were pulled painfully. Steady, step on that AC bracket. Left foot. Move left a bit. Right, that rusty bracket, it'll hold. I took a deep breath. With all my strength, I slowly moved my left foot over to the rusty AC bracket, finally got a foothold. I breathed a sigh of relief. Sweat trickled down my forehead into my eyes, stinging like crazy, but I didn't dare wipe it, just kept moving down. Finally my feet touched soft soil. The moment I landed, my legs gave out, and I dropped straight into the grass. My knee hit a rock, a sharp pain, but I felt like laughing. I glanced at the tiny balcony on the 2nd floor, then turned around, and with my lottery ticket and acceptance letter, I walked away without looking back. My pace quickened. From walking to running. Goodbye, Lin Hulan. Goodbye, Gu Guoyuan. Goodbye, Gu Rongrong. Goodbye, that weak and incompetent, always bullied Lu Zhaoning. From tonight on, I am free. The streets were empty in the early morning, lit only by the dim street lights. My shadow stretched long. I didn't dare stop. Afraid that if I looked back I'd see Gu Guoyuan's fake face. Afraid they'd catch up and drag me back. I ran all the way to the corner and hailed a taxi. Driver, to the train station, I said, gasping, to the driver. The driver glanced at me in the rearview mirror. I was covered in dirt, my knee still bleeding. My face was tired and panicked. He couldn't help asking, "Little girl, running away from home?" I didn't say a word. I just hugged my backpack tighter. Seeing I didn't want to talk, he didn't ask further. He started the car and headed toward the train station. At the station, I bought a ticket for the next train to the provincial capital. Sitting on a bench in the waiting hall, watching the crowd, I finally felt alive again. My phone buzzed. Another comment popped up. "You're safe now, 7V, A7VO. Find a small hotel in the capital that doesn't require an ID. Wait till dawn and go claim the prize at the lottery center. Remember, wear a mask when you claim it. Don't show your face. Disguise yourself as much as possible, to avoid trouble later." Looking at these warm words, my nose tingled, and tears almost fell again. The train rattled along for 3 hours. By dawn, I finally reached the provincial capital. First, I found a small hotel near the station. Used the last of my money to get a room, took a shower, put on clean clothes. Then I spent 20 wen on a Monkey King mask at a street stall and bought a large men's coat, wrapped myself up tight. Everything was ready. I headed toward the provincial welfare lottery center. Walking into the lobby, my legs were shaking. There weren't many people inside. I forced myself to walk to the prize claim window. The staff member looked up at me. Seeing I was wearing a mask and a bulky coat, he looked a bit confused, but he still asked politely, "Hello, are you here to claim a prize?" I nodded. I took the crumpled lottery ticket from my phone case, handed it over. The staff took the ticket, started checking it on the machine. I stared at his hands. My heart was pounding. My palms were sweaty from nerves. Time seemed to stop. Every second felt like an eternity. Finally, he looked up. His face showed surprise. "Young man, you're pretty lucky. This is the first prize. 10 million yuan. "Really?" I asked, my voice trembling. I couldn't believe it. "Of course it's real," the staff said with a smile. "Please show me your ID. We'll process the paperwork. After taxes, the rest will be transferred directly to your card." I took out my ID from my backpack, handed it to the staff. During the process, my mind went blank until I got the bank notification. Seeing the number with 6 zeros, I finally snapped out of it. After taxes over 8 million yuan, it was really in my account. I pinched my thigh. The sharp pain told me, this isn't a dream, I really have money now. I can really leave the past behind and start a new life. I didn't stick around in the provincial capital. I bought a high-speed train ticket straight to Beijing. On the train, I sent my mom one last text. I'm going to work at a factory. Don't worry. After sending the message, I took out my SIM card and threw it out the train window. Watching it disappear, I felt a huge relief. From that moment on, I had nothing to do with that family ever again. When I arrived in Beijing, I first rented a high-end apartment near Tsinghua University, paid a year's rent up front, bought a new computer, a new phone, and some daily necessities. Lying on the soft big bed, looking at the bright room, I had the most peaceful sleep in 10 years. No cursing, no blaming. No waking up in the middle of the night. Just peace and comfort. On the first day of school, I carried my new backpack. Wearing clean clothes, I walked through the gates of Tsinghua University. For 4 years of college, I lived like an ascetic. Besides classes, I spent almost all my time in the library and lab. I didn't squander that money. Following the barrage comments, I invested most of it in some emerging tech stocks. The rest I used for living expenses and tuition. In my sophomore year, I worked on a project with my advisor. We developed an AI algorithm. The R&D process was extremely tough. Countless nights I spent in the lab. Several times I wanted to give up, but whenever I thought of the rooftop on the 33rd floor, I found the courage to keep going. Finally, the algorithm was a success. In my junior year, a venture capitalist was interested in my project and gave me my first round of funding. On the day I got the funding, I sat alone in the lab and cried for a long time. I didn't open a shop or start a physical business. Instead, I started my own company and turned myself into capital. During this time, my mom tried to find me. I don't know how she got my new number. The moment the call connected, she started yelling at me right away. You ungrateful girl, where the hell have you been? It's been 4 years and you haven't even called home once. Do you know your sister has been looking for you and cried several times? You heartless. Why are you looking for me? To go back and be a blood bag for Gu Rongrong? How can you talk like that? I'm your mother. Her voice suddenly got louder, filled with anger. You're my mother, and also Gu Rongrong's ATM. I have no money now, can't help you, I said calmly. She paused for a moment, and her tone suddenly softened, with a hint of fake tenderness. Zhao Ning, Mom isn't blaming you, just worried about you. You're a girl trying to make it out there, it's so hard. Your sister is getting married soon. The groom wants a dowry of 300,000. The family really can't afford it. Can you help out first? When the family is better off later, we'll definitely pay you back. Sure enough, old habits die hard. She came to me, never because she was worried about me, but for money, for Gu Rongrong. I cut her off directly. No money. After saying that, I hung up and blocked that number. Watching the stock price bouncing on the screen, I picked up the coffee on the table and took a sip. The coffee was bitter, but the aftertaste was sweet. Now, my net worth is over 100 million, but I still keep a low profile, like an invisible person. Because I know that family of vampires, once they smell a bit of sweetness, will cling to me like demons. On graduation day, I spoke on stage as the outstanding graduate representative. Standing on the stage, the flashbulbs kept flashing. I looked at the rows of school leaders sitting below, advisors and investors. My heart was full of emotion. I talked about my project, talked about future plans, talked about my views on the AI industry. But I didn't mention thanking my parents because during my toughest times, they gave me no support but pushed me deeper into the abyss time and again. As I stepped off the stage, my advisor patted my shoulder. Zhao Ning, you have a bright future ahead. I'm proud of you. Thank you, teacher. Without your guidance, I wouldn't be where I am today. Just as I walked out of the auditorium, a group of reporters surrounded me. Microphones and cameras were pointed at me. Miss Liu, I heard your company just completed a Series B round, valued at 1 billion. Miss Liu, as the youngest female entrepreneur, what success tips would you like to share? Miss Liu, you've achieved so much at such a young age. Is there anyone supporting you behind the scenes? I answered the reporter's questions politely, with the appropriate smile on my face. At that moment, a sharp shout came from outside the crowd.
Zhao Ning! Zhao Ning! Mom finally found you!
The crowd parted automatically. My mom was wearing an outdated suit. Her hair had turned much grayer. Her face was covered in wrinkles. She stumbled over to me. Behind her followed Gu Guoyuan and Gu Rongrong. Gu Guoyuan looked much older than before, and he had lost a lot of hair. Gu Rongrong was wearing designer clothes. She had a lot of Botox in her face, making her look stiff. Gu Rongrong rushed right up to me. Her eyes were red, putting on a hurt expression.
Zhao Ning, you're so heartless. How could you abandon Mom and Dad? These past 4 years we've been searching for you so hard. How can you be so ungrateful?
She was trying to label me as unfilial, to embarrass me in front of the media. The reporters' cameras instantly focused on us. Their faces lit up with excitement, clearly smelling gossip. These are President Lu's family. Seems like there's something hidden. President Lu hasn't contacted her family for 4 years. Could it be that President Lu got rich and abandoned her poor parents? The murmurs around kept coming. My mum saw this and immediately started crying and sobbing.
This child ran away from home back then and has been gone for 4 years. We searched everywhere for her, posted missing person notices, but just couldn't find her. Now she's successful, become a big boss, and won't acknowledge us poor parents. We raised her. Was it easy? How can she be so cruel?
Gu Guoyuan was sighing on the side, looking like a wronged simpleton, occasionally adding a line.
Zhao Ning, we know you're successful now, and look down on us. How can you treat us like this?
I stood on the step looking down at this farce. My heart was calm. I had long expected they would do this. I just didn't think they'd choose such an important occasion as the graduation ceremony. Just then, the bullet comments appeared again. Don't panic.
This is their last frenzy. Shixi Hui Chang Ma.
Let them act, record it, live stream it to everyone. Let everyone see their true colors. I winked at my assistant behind me. The assistant immediately understood.
Fu.
Took out a phone and started a live stream. I walked down the steps, stood in front of my mom, and asked calmly, Mom, you said you've been looking for me for 4 years. My mom was stunned, not expecting me to ask that. Then she nodded vigorously and cried even harder.
Yes. Mom misses you every day. I've cried so much I'm almost blind. I've looked everywhere for you, but just couldn't find you.
I raised an eyebrow, took out my phone, and pulled up the call log. Then why in 4 years? Have you only called me once? And that was to ask for money for Gu Rongrong's dowry. Is this what you call looking for me for 4 years? The crowd burst into uproar. The reporters' flashbulbs went crazy. All recording this dramatic scene. My mom's face turned pale instantly. Her eyes were panicked.
What are you talking about? I care about you. I called you to ask how you were doing.
Care about me? I sneered, opened a recording on my phone. It was a recording I made 4 years ago on the rooftop of Building 33.
If you ruin your sister's award, I'll skin you alive.
The harsh voice came through the speaker, echoing across the square. The murmurs grew louder. The looks toward my mum turned strange. So this is what they call searching so hard? This mom is too biased. For her daughter's competition, she actually scolded her other daughter like this. This is no family. They are practically enemies. Boss Lu is so pitiful. My mom's face turned red and then pale. She stood there at a loss. Gu Rongrong saw this. Started screaming, you faked it. This is doctored. You deliberately set up my mom. I ignored her, continued playing the next recording. That was Gu Guoyuan's voice.
After all, she has that man's genes. She's an ingrate. From now on, her affairs, don't bother with her. We just need to focus on raising Rongrong well.
Gu Guoyuan's hypocritical face finally cracked. His face turned ashen. He wanted to defend himself, but couldn't say a word. The tide of public opinion instantly turned. Reporters all pointed their microphones at my mom and Gu Guoyuan. Mom. Excuse me, do you really scold Miss Lu like this often, sir? Do you really think Miss Lu is an ingrate? Have you always been partial to Miss Gu? My mom saw the situation was bad. Suddenly clutched her chest, her legs went weak, collapsed to the ground. Began wailing.
Ow! I can't take it. I'm having a heart attack. This unfilial daughter is irritating me to death. My heart hurts so much.
Gu Rongrong immediately pounced on her, hugging my mom's legs and crying loudly, Mom, don't scare me. Sis, how can you upset Mom like this? If something happens to Mom, you'll be a murderer. You'll be cursed by heaven. This acting. It's a shame you didn't become an actress. I coldly watched this scene. Said calmly. Heart disease. Perfect, I know the best cardiologist. I'll take you to the hospital for a checkup right now. If it's real, I'll cover all medical expenses. If it's fake, then that's extortion. I'll call the police directly.
Hearing.
Extortion. Call the police. These 2 words. My mom's moaning paused noticeably. A flash of panic in her eyes. But she was already in too deep. She had to tough it out and pretend to faint. The ambulance arrived quickly. The medical staff carried my mom onto the ambulance. Gu Guoyuan and Gu Rongrong also got on. I also went to the hospital. I want to see what tricks they can still pull. At the hospital, the doctor did a full checkup on my mom. Soon, the results came out. The doctor holding the report looked at us speechlessly. The patient's all vital signs are normal, healthier than me. There's no heart disease at all. My mom lying on the hospital bed. So embarrassed she wanted to crawl into a hole, face bright red. Gu Guoyuan's face darkened. Sat beside without saying a word. That's the doc. My mom is clearly in pain. The test must be wrong. I slapped the report on the bedside table.
They came.
A loud bang. Alright, stop acting. Speak up. What exactly do you want? Lin Hulan decided to stop pretending. She scrambled up from the bed in one move. Her face no longer showed any weakness, replaced by greed and arrogance.
Lu Zhaoning, you're rich now. You can't neglect the family. Your sister lost money in business, owed 5 million. You have to help her pay it off. Also, your dad wants a new car. I think that Mercedes at your company is pretty good, perfect for your dad to drive. Additionally, buy us a big villa. It must be under Rongrong's name. After all, she'll marry in the future. She needs to have confidence. Also, your dad and I are old, need someone to take care of us. You need to give us 100,000 in living expenses every month.
So brazen. They're totally treating me like a cash cow. They want to squeeze every penny out of me. Why should I?
Because I'm your mother. Because I gave birth to you. You came from me. Your money is my money. Whatever I ask you to do, you have to do.
I nodded. I took a bank card out of my bag and threw it on the blanket. The debt of birth must be repaid. There's 500,000 in this. Consider it as buying out our mother-daughter bond. From now on, we're even. My mother's eyes lit up. She reached out to grab the card, but Gu Rongrong grabbed her hand. She looked at me greedily. 500,000? That's just pocket change. You're worth $1 billion, and that's all you give, sis? Don't be so selfish. Your money is family money. It should be handed over to mom and dad. Let us manage it. Gu Guoyuan also coughed. He looked up at me. His tone carried a hint of threat.
Zhaoning, you're young and naive. You can't handle that much money. Dad will invest it for you. I'll give it back when you get married. It's for your own good. Otherwise, with all that money, you'll easily get scammed.
Their scheming is so obvious you can hear it through their stomachs. I withdrew the bank card. Right in front of them, I snapped the card in half. Then threw it on the ground. Since it's not enough, then not a single penny.
Lu Zhaoning! How dare you!
My mother lunged at me like crazy, trying to hit me. I dodged sideways and slapped her backhand. The sound was sharp and loud. This slap I've held back for 10 years.
You dare hit me?
I rubbed my wrist, then turned to Gu Guoyuan. My tone was icy. And you, stop pretending to be the good guy. Do you think Gu Rongrong is really your biological daughter? As soon as I said that, the air in the room froze.
What do you mean?
I pulled out another document, threw it to Gu Guoyuan. Mr. Gu, here's a surprise gift I've been preparing for 10 years. Take a look. I always thought it was strange that Gu Rongrong's blood type didn't match. Either Gu Guoyuan's or Lin Hulan's. Gu Guoyuan is type A, Lin Hulan is type B, but Gu Rongrong is type O. Although it's possible, though extremely rare, for them to have a type O child, I still felt uneasy. So, on one of my trips back to China, I secretly collected samples from Gu Guoyuan and Gu Rongrong and sent them for a paternity test. Gu Guoyuan's hands trembled as he opened the file. The more he read, the paler he got. His body started shaking. The words "no biological relationship confirmed" on the report hit him like a hammer, shattering him. Mr. Gu, the daughter you've cherished for 20 years is actually a bastard. She's not your biological daughter at all.
No way! How could Rongrong not be my daughter? Impossible!
And even more ridiculous is you, Lin Hulan. I turned to Lin Hulan, who was already pale. For a bastard who has nothing to do with you or your husband. You drove me to the edge. You took away my chance to go to college. And made me suffer all kinds of grievances. Was it worth it? All your favoritism and mistreatment over these 10 years, what was it all for? You are the most foolish and pathetic woman under the sun. After hearing this, the hospital room erupted into chaos. Gu Guoyuan suddenly snapped out of it, grabbed Lin Hulan by the hair and beat her mercilessly.
It's you! Did you know all along? You conspired with that bitch to deceive me! I raised her for 20 years, and she turned out to be someone else's bastard. I'll kill you, you liar!
Lin Hulan screamed shrilly, while dodging and crying in defense.
I didn't. I don't know. Guoyuan, believe me. I really don't know.
Gu Rongrong also collapsed, knelt on the ground, holding Gu Guoyuan's leg, and cried out.
Don't listen to her nonsense. I am your daughter. She's jealous of me. She's framing me on purpose. Dad, please believe me.
I watched coldly as this spectacle of dogs biting dogs. Feeling no ripples in my heart, I turned and walked out of the hospital room. The arguing behind me, the yelling and hitting, the cries all mixed together. But it had nothing to do with me anymore. The next day I heard that Gu Guoyuan had filed for divorce and on grounds of fraud demanded that Lin Hulan and Gu Rongrong compensate him for years of child support and emotional damages. Lin Hulan left with nothing, and she was burdened with debts. Gu Rongrong was also dragged into the lawsuit. Her reputation was ruined. Her former friends all distanced themselves from her. The 5 million she owed, no one helped her pay it back. I knew. They were finished for life, and I was finally completely free. Days passed one by one. My company grew bigger and bigger. My company grew bigger and bigger. I became a leader in the industry. I also became a legendary figure in the business world, but I always felt a void in my heart. Whenever the night was quiet and deep, I would always think of that person standing on the 33rd floor rooftop trying to commit suicide. Think of those comments that saved my life. Think of the bits and pieces from 10 years ago. At the age of 30, due to overwork, I fainted in the office. When I woke up, the doctor told me that my body was severely depleted and needed rest. I gave myself a long vacation. As if possessed, I returned to that small town, back to that shabby neighborhood. Standing under that apartment building, I looked up at the 33rd floor rooftop. 10 years ago, I stood right there, wanting to end my life, and 10 years later I came back with a completely new posture. I took the elevator up. The wind on the rooftop was still strong, just like 10 years ago. I stood by the railing, watching the traffic below. My heart was filled with mixed emotions. Suddenly, a strong dizziness hit me. I subconsciously took out my phone and the screen began to flicker. A familiar interface popped up. In the picture, a thin girl stood by the railing, one foot already hanging in the air, her face full of despair. That was me 10 years ago. It was future me who saved past me. It's a closed loop. If the me from 10 years later hadn't posted those comments, the me from 10 years ago would have jumped, and the current me wouldn't exist. I took a deep breath. My fingers trembling, I typed the first line in the input box. Silly girl, don't jump. I'm you from 10 years from now. Send. The girl in the video froze. Her footsteps stopped. I kept typing. My vision blurred with tears. If you jump now, your mom will just use your death benefits to buy your sister a Hermes. She won't even buy you an urn. The lottery numbers are 03. 0. 29 plus 05. Go buy 41 right now. Tomorrow you'll be rich. Gu Rongrong isn't Gu Guoyuan's daughter at all. Your mom's been played for a fool for 10 years, treating someone else's bastard as a treasure. I cried as I typed. Every word was a blood and tears lesson from these 10 years. I revealed all the secrets, every counterattack strategy, every caution, without holding anything back to my past self. I wanted her to take fewer detours, to escape that horrible home sooner. I wanted her to know that she deserved a better future. Until the last message, I choked and typed, live. Please live for me. The moment I pressed send, the phone screen suddenly went black. A breeze blew by, and I felt light as air. The dizziness instantly vanished. I was still on the rooftop, and my phone was back to normal. Everything just now felt like a dream, but I knew it wasn't a dream. I had redeemed myself. I leaned against the railing, gazing at the distant mountains, feeling completely at peace. Suddenly my phone rang. It was an unfamiliar number. I hesitated, then answered the call. The voice on the other end sounded timid. Hello? Am I speaking to Lu Zhaoning? Yes, speaking. This is the Chinese bone marrow bank. The hematopoietic stem cell sample you donated 10 years ago has just matched a leukemia patient. Would you still be willing to donate? I froze. 10 years ago, I had just run away from home, alone in Beijing with no one I knew and not much money. I saw a blood donation bus on the street. Heard you get a nutrition subsidy for donating blood and a free checkup, so I donated blood and left a stem cell sample on the side. I never expected 10 years later it would actually help someone. The patient is a 7-year-old girl. Her condition is critical, and she really needs your help. The caller added, 7 years old, just like the girl who lost her father, helpless and desperate. I'm willing. After hanging up, I smiled. Turns out the meaning of life wasn't just about revenge or just about making money, but more about, at some point, being able to lend a hand. Just like how I, back then, pulled myself up, I turned and went downstairs. My steps light. News about my mom and Gu Guoyuan would still reach my ears from time to time. My mom was picking rotten leaves to eat at the market. She lived in poverty. Gu Guoyuan had a stroke and was paralyzed, bedridden, no one to take care of him. After Gu Rongrong got out of prison, she worked as a hostess at nightclubs, living a life of drunken debauchery. They still harbored resentment towards each other, tormenting each other. But that had nothing to do with me anymore. I went to the hospital for a full checkup. My health met the donation requirements. Soon the day of the bone marrow donation arrived. Lying on the collection bed, watching my bright red blood flow into the separator, I suddenly remembered that afternoon standing on the rooftop, remembering that desperate girl. That girl had finally grown up. She not only saved herself, but was also going to save others. The surgery was successful. The little girl's parents wanted to see me, to thank me in person. I refused. I didn't want them to know who I was. And I didn't want this to disturb my life. I just had someone give the little girl a card. It read, no matter what difficulties you encounter, don't give up, because the future you is waiting for you. Walking out of the hospital, the sunlight was just right, warmly shining on me. The air was filled with a faint scent of osmanthus, fresh and pleasant. I suddenly craved a bowl of noodles, extra spicy, extra meat, just like my father used to make when I was little. I walked into a nearby noodle shop and called out to the owner, boss, a bowl of beef noodles, extra spicy, extra meat. Okay. The owner readily agreed. Soon a steaming bowl of beef noodles was served. The noodles were chewy. The beef was generous. And it was plenty spicy. I ate heartily. Tears suddenly fell into the bowl. So good, it's good to be alive. After finishing the noodles, I walked through the bustling streets, passing by a lottery shop. A banner hung at the entrance congratulating this store for winning a first prize of 10 million. I smiled, but didn't stop. I knew that was a luck belonging to another time and space, and my luck was these hands, this heart, and the grit I showed through countless desperate nights. Clenching my teeth and enduring, I took out my phone and saved the number that had texted me from the China Marrow Donor Program. The saved name was Hope. No matter who you are, no matter where you are, as long as you're alive, there's hope. Lu Zhaoning, well done. Don't jump, never jump, you deserve a better future.